There is no question that working in the rap business is now one of the most insane careers to have. Every other day, a rap artist will take their own life. However, some people get into that scenario because of random assaults, while others get into that predicament because of their conflict with rappers. In point of fact, some of the most significant shootings that have occurred in the rap business have been tied to NBA YoungBoy, and the individuals who were involved in these attacks all had one feature in common. They had a problem with him. Continue watching this video to learn more about the artists that NBA YoungBoy actually assassinated. An accomplice of YoungBoy Never Broke Again, known as NBA Pap, has been charged with second-degree murder concerning a shooting that took place in 2017 and resulted in the death of a competitor rapper from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, named G Money. According to a previous story from WAFB, which you can see above, Pap was arrested in June 2019 in connection with the murder of G Money, who lost his life in September 2017 after being shot in a parking lot outside of his studio in Baton Rouge. According to The Advocate, the NBA employee DeAndre Fields, who is 26 years old and was born in DeAndre Fields, faces a mandatory life sentence in prison if he is found guilty of taking the life of G Money. In Baton Rouge, where they both grew up, G Money and YoungBoy were members of the Top Boy guerrilla group throughout their formative years. The arrest warrant for Pap provides further context about the reasons why G Money and YoungBoy were beefing. It has been reported that G Money removed a song from their catalog that had derogatory lyrics against YoungBoy's sister. After that, the NBA rapper provided a response on social media, and from that point on, the conflict only became more heated. In August of 2017, G Money stated on the blog Say Cheese TV that YoungBoy had got the big head after he found some fame, and that it was likely that they would not make music together, in part because of the beef with YoungBoy's sister. G Money also stated that YoungBoy had got the big head after he found some fame. The next month, G Money was put to death. Detectives said in the warrant that in the days preceding Burton's murder, both Burton and Galden made many social media remarks against one another, which further inflamed tensions between the two competing rap music organizations. When Burton was murdered, members of the NBA gang were promptly established as suspects owing to the continuing dispute in the rap music industry. When Pap was questioned by the police on September 13, 2017, 3 days after G Money's death, he said that he had instructed his mother to leave their house because he feared revenge. After G Money's passing, he claimed to have moved his mother and kid to New Roads in Louisiana with him. In addition, he said that on September 10, 2017, the night that G Money was murdered, he traveled to Hammond, Louisiana to buy gas, as he informed the investigators. However, when the investigators looked through the rapper's phone records, they discovered that he wasn't in Hammond as he had claimed to be, but rather in Baton Rouge. When asked whether of his pals would shoot individuals for the NBA crew, Pap said, "If I were being honest, I would do it myself." In addition to that, he spoke about issues in the streets. The following month, law enforcement uncovered bullet casings on Jefferson Avenue in Baton Rouge that matched those that were located at the location where G Money had been murdered. According to the investigators, Pap planned to rid himself of the rifle that murdered G Money by providing it to a group of persons who resided on Jefferson Avenue. G Money was shot by the weapon. According to the phone records that Pap kept, he made touch with members of that gang some hours after G Money passed away. After learning that Pap had been prosecuted, YoungBoy's attorney, James Manasseh, said, "As far as I know, there has never been any indication that YoungBoy had any role in this incident." Manasseh made this statement after learning that Pap had been indicted. In Bogalsa, the 24-year-old man, whose actual name is Javarius Scott, was shot by gunfire in an incident that, according to the police, also resulted in his father, Kenyatta Scott Sr., being hurt. Fans of the rap artist, who was best known for his single 23 Island, have been paying respect to him since the news of his passing surfaced. According to Scott's sister, the news of her brother's passing made her feel sick to her stomach. "They want to have this. They were looking forward to seeing you in this state, man. I'm very sorry," she said in the caption of her Instagram image. Before he passed away, Lled was starting to get noticed in the field of music. At the time of his passing, he had just inked a contract with Atlantic Records. On YouTube, he has acquired 1.29 million followers, and the most recent video he has uploaded, titled "First Day Out Part 2, has received 1.9 million views. However, his battle with another rapper, NBA YoungBoy, was also making news as Lled exploited one of NBA YoungBoy's tracks to take aim at Lled's competitor. Jay raps the following lyrics inside it: "Gonna be very rude, I don't give a fuck." Because of it, the two guys began verbally attacking one another. Baton Rouge rapper NBA YoungBoy, then 17 years old, was taken into custody on November 28, 2016, before a concert that was planned to take place in Austin, Texas. Records from the Travis County Sheriff's Office said that YoungBoy, whose actual name is Kentrell Galden, had been jailed and was waiting to be extradited to another jurisdiction. A video from the incident showed U.S. Marshals entering the venue soon before the performance. On Thursday, a spokeswoman from the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison confirmed to the Fader that Galden had been booked into the facility. He is now being charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and is being detained on a bail of $200,000 while the investigation continues. Additionally, a warrant for his arrest has been issued by the East Baton Rouge Parish Juvenile Court. There is currently no scheduled date for the arraignment. NBA 33, a rapper who referred to Galden as his brother, said to the Fader that the allegations were predicated on fake facts and that the rapper's name will soon be exonerated. Galden was not charged in connection with the incident. There are 9 states in the United States that have legal authority to prosecute juveniles as adults, and Louisiana is one of those states. The Raise the Age Act became law in June, when it was brought into effect by Governor John Bel Edwards. The legislation states that juvenile offenders, including 17-year-olds, are placed in an age-appropriate environment while they are being tried. Nevertheless, the legislation continues to permit prosecuting attorneys to trial 17-year-olds as adults when considered appropriate. Galden faces the prospect of being sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of release if he is found guilty of attempted murder. That's all for today's video, guys. If you like our content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, share, and hit the notification bell to get the latest news from us. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.